Your facility, it makes the experience totally different.
I find it very difficult to be at GEO and not want to be a better you because there's so many opportunities for you to take advantage of. You don't feel like giving up because there are people around you who genuinely care.
The goal of the Continuum of Care program, long-term, is to reduce recidivism. Good people make bad decisions. We want to be a partner in that process and developing the idea of how to make the right decisions.
When an offender comes off the bus into this setting, it takes a minute for them to really grasp that this is truly an opportunity for them to change their lives. And we start that with the very first day of orientation.
We have a thing called a second chance, and that's what the staff here at GEO does for us. They give us a second chance to be ourselves.
When you think about shifting culture at an institution or a facility, staff training is going to be the initial push for what we do.
What the immediate difference I could tell you is in staff. They address you as sir.
Good afternoon, sir, how you doing? I'm looking around like, who are you talking to? It was the officer asking me, saying good afternoon, calling me sir.
GEO focuses so much attention on the rehabilitation and the transition component. I was a charter school principal for 15 years. I basically don't look at them as the inmates. I look at them as students, and the same way I ran my schools as a principal is how I run my program as program director.
That environment that those programs exist in, only the programs work because the environment is conducive for learning.
I was surprised to find that the culinary arts class was about more than cooking. It's about becoming a chef. And a chef isn't just a cook, a chef is a leader.
Now, the Continuum of Care does pick up programmatically that last 12 months. We've created a new position called the Transition Case Manager.
We start working with them and dealing with the issue or any problem that caused them to even come to prison. We get that rapport with them while they are in here.
I knew that I did not want to get out and go back to prison. So I was fortunate enough to get to a GEO facility where they offered me COC.
Another key component that's going to be different for and what we're very proud of is our post-release services department.
My relationship starts 3 months before their release. So I'll meet them, before their release, and we develop a release plan, kind of get, acquainted with one another. I would explain my position as really a support for people that are facing the challenges that come with reentering back into society.
In our post-release services department, we operate a 24-hour call center with case managers out of our corporate office.
It's not just $50 on a bus ticket and wish you the best of luck. It's a continuum of care.
Someone who comes home with the continuum of care process is going, without a doubt, to be in a better situation for success. All this is part of continuum of care. No one else offers this.
People giving effort to do the right thing starts to curtail recidivism. It's not going to happen overnight, but one person at a time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what one participant told me. He told me, Mr. Barrios, if I had had this 20 years ago, I probably wouldn't have returned to prison. And that this is an idea that was long overdue.
Both of us got our start. We were incarcerated, but we both really got heavy into programming when we was at GEO facilities. And a lot of the things we learned now carried over, and it's a part of our success out here today. And since we got out before some of these guys and life is going fairly decent, they thought it'd be good for us to mentor other guys who are trying to get it together right now.
I would say that GEO South Bay has been in reentry practices before they officially got into it because they help that mind-altering process that is called self-worth attainment again. So reentry starts there, and they've been doing it.
I always tell guys, especially when I go back into the prison, when you are released, life gets real. So for those who have a little something, maybe have a voucher, a little something right then to bridge the gap till they could get a job or get it going, they are in a better position than those who were just released. I'm glad to see them have a reentry program set up. Reentry kind of still new around the nation, so a bunch of states getting in it, and for the private sector to get into it. I know it's a learning curve for them, but they're doing a great job. As I call guys, because we make calls to guys to mentor, they say GEO do all they can for us that's within their ability right now, so I appreciate them. And that's what every guy that I talk to that's in the Continuum of Care program said to me.
Because this program showed interest in me, and guess what I'm gonna be talking about? Continuum of Care. Guess what I'm gonna be talking about? This is like a little secret for everybody else, but to us, it means the world. It means the world. Think about how many millions of people's lives you're going to touch. Don't look at just us as individuals, because we're going to touch lives. You're going to touch lives, and everybody else is going to continue to roll on, and you got to think big like that. You're not just here for just a second or a fleeting moment. We are about to affect millions of people's lives, millions. And I want that to burn in the forefront of your mind.
GEO assisted me with that class that has paved my future. And I thank you guys for giving us the opportunity.
These are programs that are vital. If you need any proof that the programs that y'all are doing work, you're looking at it. The counselor and the staff, patiently and with care, helped me identify the fact that I suffer from the disease of addiction. They taught me how to recover, and more importantly, how to heal.
And that allowed me to meet individuals like Craig Sperato, and he championed for me to be in positions while I was still incarcerated, because he seen something in me that my mama was telling me all the while I had. Then Ms. Geisinger and Mr. Schofield and Ms. Schlaub. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for, from day one, allowing me to be a mentor to my community.
One thing consistent, all of the guys say that they feel that their caseworkers are doing all that they can for them, and they say the Continuum of Care program, they really like it because they know they're doing all that they can with the resources they have.
Do not let this program go to the wayside like some other programs do. Stand up in the program. You guys are doing a great job. The ones that are supporting it, the ones that have actually invested in it, please, I'm begging you, stay with the program.